United 1, Manchester City 2. Man United have lost the FA Cup to the local neighbours, Manchester City, on this day on June 3rd, 2023. Joining me, our Houston Red Army, I have Josh. You all know Josh, but it is what it is. How do you feel after this match today, mate?
Well, I mean, obviously you want to see a win, but as I've said in all of my recent interviews with you, I'm still putting everything in perspective compared to where we were at this time last year.
Season, yeah.
If you had told me last year when we were finishing, what were we, 7th last year? Sixth, that next year, Josh, you're going to go and have a solid manager that has really put things on the right track. You're going to have won a League Cup final. You're going to be finishing 3rd with Champions League football, and you're going to be making it to the FA Cup final
and the Carabao Cup final.
I'm going to be overjoyed at that, right? So obviously we want to win. But that's good because we should have rising expectations. At the end of the day, though, we also have to be honest. Man City has a better team than us right now.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
The quality of the players, you know. That being said, manager, I would put Ten Hag up with Guardiola at this point. But they had the better team, and so I honestly wasn't expecting a victory today. I thought it was possible, which I wouldn't have thought in the past. I thought it was possible, and I do think that I didn't like how we lost because I felt like the goals were not fantastic goals.
No, they were not. It was just, I think, bad market to me, I thought.
Yes, but I also didn't like, we just seemed like we didn't have the energy going forward. And I've said this before, it seems like the only person sometimes that is willing to just get the ball and go at goal and defenders is Garnacho.
And he did it.
And so, anyway, but for that reason, I'm also super excited that we have signed him to a new contract. He's only 18 years old. And so that's what I'm saying, like, I would have loved to have had another trophy then.
Yeah, that'd be
but
great.
I feel so positive about next season, more so than I have in many, many seasons.
Yeah,
you've been interviewing me for a few seasons now.
Yeah, you go,
okay?
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, if we look back at the interview that we did last season towards the end of the match and compared it to now, it's night and day. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, we didn't play well. I would prefer to win, but all in all, I think a great season for United.
All right, JT, come and join us. JT, yes. What was your thought on the game today, mate?
Yeah, so I agree with Josh. I was coming in thinking the same thing. Really, I was here actually when we played against Chelsea, and once we won that match, we secured the Champions League position. Once we had that, I would say I was settled and I was satisfied with the season. Everything else after that would have been a cherry on top. You know, it did hurt a little because watching this match, I felt like there was something there for us. I felt like we could have had a result, which I'll be honest, I probably had tempered expectations coming into this. Man City have just looked, I mean, is it crazy to say unbeatable? Is it crazy to say that? So I wasn't sure what kind of result we'd be able to get. And I felt like there were chances there. They did still look like the better team. I think my disappointment just comes from, I think it was more possible maybe than I even thought. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I agree, I'm looking forward to what's to come because, like you mentioned, the previous season, last season I think was our lowest point total.
It was lowest point total in history in the Premier League.
It just wasn't fun to watch anymore. It wasn't even fun to watch.
Yeah, it was painful.
And I had even despite the loss, I had a great time. It's fun to watch the team again. I think that's something to be excited about. Champions League, get to watch on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Don't have to watch on Thursday anymore.
No, wouldn't that be Liverpool?
We get Champions League.
And let me also just mention one thing. We just lost 2-1 in a game that we could have won.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
Against the Premier League champions with a striker who just set the record for the most number of goals scored in a Premier League season, with a manager who is going to go down as one of the greatest managers of all time, who has won at Barcelona and Bayern Munich and Man City. Mm-hmm. And us, with a team that honestly didn't have the talent of them,
8 months in the job.
Took them to 2-1 in a thing, and we're disappointed with that. So I'm saying, but that disappointment is also a positive. The fact that we are thinking against a team like that, yeah, man, we could have won.
Right. You've heard it from Houston Red Army. We shall see you next season. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We shall see you at the NRG when Man United come to Houston. Yes. Glory, glory.
Man United.